right, Knickerbockers. Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. This program is brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, streaming live to YouTube and Twitch TV. It's game time! Tonight's Game 2 Finals matchup features your New York Knicks versus the San Antonio Spurs. The stage is set once again inside Frostbank Center Arena as the New York Knicks look to seize complete control of the NBA Finals, while the San Antonio Spurs fight to avoid heading to Madison Square Garden in an 0-2 hole. After stealing Game 1 on the road, the Knicks have suddenly shifted the pressure squarely onto the shoulders of the young Spurs. New York erased a 14-point deficit and closed the game on an 11-0 run behind the brilliance of Jalen Brunson, who poured in 30 points and delivered every clutch shot when his team needed him the most. But don't expect the San Antonio Spurs to fold. Victor Wembanyama showed flashes of greatness in his finals debut, battling his way to a double-double despite an off-shooting night. The Spurs controlled large stretches of Game 1 before watching their lead disappear in the fourth quarter. For a young team, tonight is about responding to adversity. Can Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, and the new next generation of Spurs stars bounce back from the heartbreak of letting Game 1 slip away? Meanwhile, the Knicks continue to embrace their underdog identity throughout this historic playoff run. Questions have followed them every step of the way. Was Jalen Brunson too small? Could New York compete coming out of a weak Eastern Conference? Yet here they stand, 3 wins away from a championship, fueled by toughness, defense, and a belief that no deficit is too large to overcome. Tonight's Game 2 could shape the entire series. A Knicks victory sends them back to the Mecca with a commanding 2-0 lead in the Garden ready to erupt. A Spurs win restores home court advantage and turns the finals into a best-of-5 battle. One game, one opportunity, one chance to either seize control of basketball immortality or keep the championship dream alive. It's Knicks Spurs Game 2. The NBA Finals continues tonight. So get ready to lock in. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call.
music.
All right, Knickerbockerians, as we get the starters from both team introductions and all the formalities that come along with before the game starts out of the way. Tip-off will be momentarily. Tonight's game is a pivotal one, mainly for the Spurs. They know they can ill afford to go down 2-0 to New York, heading back to the Mecca with an opportunity for the Knicks to sweep and clean up shop and bring home the first championship since 1973. As we take a look at the officials on the call tonight, veteran Tony Brothers, Josh Tiven, Mitchell Irvin, and Tyler Ford will be on the whistles tonight. Let me know how you feel about this one, Knickerbockerians. Be sure to leave your comments below. Tap in with me in the chat. And as always, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. There's no cost to subscribe to the channel. So whether you're tuning in tonight on YouTube or Twitch TV, just keep it steady rocking as I'll deliver you the game in the best way, in the best fashion that I can. I appreciate all those tuning in and all those that show support. It's greatly appreciated, and it's what keeps this program going. So with that being said, we'll pick it up after this break. Tip off in a matter of moments. Keep it locked in. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, and the tip is up in San Antonio. Will open the game with possession. Here's De'Aaron Fox being guarded by Anunoby. Gets it over to Vassell, looking to penetrate inside. Out to Wemby, driving inside, being aggressive early. Ball is hopping around for San Antonio, and it ends up in a Vassell three. San Antonio takes a 3-0 lead as we got the hot one underway. Here's Brunson looking to bring the ball up court, working on De'Aaron Fox. Gets it over to Karl Anthony Towns on the left wing, three-point line extended. Starting five is Brunson, Towns, Hart, Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. Here's Brunson going to work on Champagnie with a mid-range elbow jumper is good. Here comes the Spurs the other way as the pace is hastening. Ball swings over to Champagnie, looking to penetrate inside, and nothing there. As he'll draw a foul, it'll be the first on Jalen Brunson. Will send Champagnie to the line to shoot a pair. First attempt is up, and it's good. San Antonio out front 4-2 as things are early so far. Both teams wasting no time getting after it, looking to push the pace early. As Champagnie knocks down another free throw, and Brunson off the inbound, looking to get it across court, working on Stephon Castle as they double him early, trapping him by the baseline, by the backcourt line. Ball moves around, end up in Bridges' hands, floater in the middle of the lane is no good. Rebound Spurs. Here's De'Aaron Fox in a hurry. Behind the back dribble. Pull up jumper inside the lane is no good. Rebound Towns.
Pounding and astounding.
That time Karl Anthony Towns, who's been a monster throughout this whole season on the boards. And here's a three-point shot by Jalen Brunson, and he's fouled on the play. As Castle was a little too aggressive that time, sending Brunson to the line for three. Brunson, who finished with 30 the last game, did his heroic impression in the fourth quarter, spurring an 11-0 Knicks run that ultimately saw them steal game one. Could they do the same tonight? As Brunson first free throw is good. Second shot is up and good. Brunson on his third attempt. Shot is up and good. Tie ball game at 5 apiece with 10:15 to go in the first quarter. Here's Vassell weaving, trying to split a double team. And he'll draw a foul. As it looks like they're going to get it on Brunson again. So that's 2 fouls on Jalen Brunson early in this one. As San Antonio inbounds. Here's De'Aaron Fox looking to get inside the lane. Kicks it out to Vassell. Swing over to Champagnie for left wing three is good. 8-5 San Antonio. Here's Brunson into the front court with Castle guarding him tough. Gets inside, looking for a foul, nothing there, but it'll be a turnover. Whoa, and we got some action. Bodies bumping underneath the basket and out of bounds as Castle and Brunson go stumbling out of bounds, but everybody looks like they're okay. And we'll resume as we take a look at the replay. De'Aaron Fox getting inside to a swing pass that ended up in a Champagnie three. Back to live action. Here's Castle looking to get inside with bulldozer finesse and scores. San Antonio out front 10-5 with 9:28 remaining. Here's Anunoby looking to penetrate against Wembanyama on the baseline. Gets him on his backside. Reverse layup is good.
Gyrating, devastating.
Was Anunoby. Here's Spurs the other way. Vassell looking to penetrate. Stops in the middle of the lane. Picks up his dribble. Try to get it over to Wemby. Almost causes a turnover. Ends up in Champagnie's hands for a desperation three. And he knocks it down from the side off the backboard. Difficult make that time. Here's Brunson. Gets it to Karl Anthony Towns as Spurs put pressure on him early. Brunson looking to get inside. Gets Champagnie on his back. Finds a wide open Anunoby who pump fakes a three. Step back behind the three-point line in the corner and knocks it down.
Rising and surprising.
OG Anunoby with the left wing corner three. Here's the Spurs in the front court. Wemby looking to work on Towns. Kicks it out to Castle for a right wing three. Back iron. No good. Rebound Bridges. Hands it over to Brunson. Brunson across the timeline, getting the screen from Caddy, rejects it. Drives down the lane, scoop shot with the left hand off the backboard is no good. Spurs the other way, contested that time. And here's Stephon Castle trying to get into the lane, nothing there. Anunoby has it, flips it up to Brunson, who was leaking out, trying to get a fast break layup, but to no avail. He was rejected by Devin Vassell. And the ball goes out of bounds. Knicks will retain possession. Knicks will have it side out from underneath their own basket. Brunson inbound. Gets it to Hart. Hart driving on the baseline against Wemby. And it'll be a turnover as he stepped out of bounds. Court 50 feet wide, but not wide enough for him. San Antonio leads by 3. 13-10. 7:53 remaining. Here's Vassell looking to get inside. Whips it over to Keldon Johnson, who's checked into the game. Inside of the paint. Gets it back out to Wemby, who does what only Wemby can do with the left hand flush from just outside the paint. New York. Here's Anunoby. Whips it over to a wide open Josh Hart, who misses the right wing corner three. Rebound Spurs. Here's Castle looking to get inside. Nothing there. Well played by Brunson on the defense. Brunson back the other way. Stop. Pops. A dead on three is good.
Rising and surprising.
That time, Jalen Brunson in transition. Here's Castle. Gets inside. Whips it over to Champagnie. Gets it to Harper, who drives inside with the left-handed layup. 17-13. San Antonio leads by 4. Here's Bridges on the left wing. Three-point line extended. Gets it over to Hart, who gets it to Cat. Cat probing. Gets it over to Hart. Hart looking to penetrate. Draws the defense. Kicks it out to Cat for a wide open three. No good. Rebound. Keldon Johnson for the Spurs. Pushes it up court. Gets it to Wemby. Wemby over to Keldon Johnson looking to work on Bridges. Back to Wemby, who pulls up for a three. Contested by Anunoby. No good. Hart with the rebound. Gets it into the front court. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges looking to penetrate. Whips a pass over to Anunoby. Almost intercepted. Gets it over to Karl Anthony Towns. Back to Anunoby. Looking to drive baseline. Knicks offense kind of stagnant. Ball moving. Here's Mikal Bridges on the baseline. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Ends up with a Josh Hart push shot from the foul line. No good. Battle for the boards. Spurs have it. In transition. Here's Harper. Gets it over to Castle. And he gets Josh Hart up in the air. Draws a foul but couldn't make the basket. And he'll go to the line to shoot a pair when we return. As we got a good one going early. We'll get a timeout and a word from our sponsors. You're rocking steady. It's game 2 of the NBA Finals here on Knicks on the Call.
Severe Elder on the beats. 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 Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, as we get back to live action. Early in the first quarter has San Antonio up front 17-13. If you're just tuning in, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. You're rocking steady with game 2 of the NBA Finals. As when we went to break, we had a foul on the Knicks that has Stephon Castle at the line shooting a pair, and he just missed the first attempt. Second attempt is underway. Shot is up, and he misses both as the Knicks knock the ball out of bounds, and San Antonio will retain possession. will inbound from underneath their own basket. Here's Castle. Gets it inside to Luke Cornett. And looks like we'll have a foul on the inbound pass. It'll be assessed to Karl Anthony Towns. And the Knicks are in the bonus already with 5:45 remaining in the first. Karl Anthony Towns a little too aggressive that time, looking to intercept the inbound pass. Sends Luke Cornett to the line for two as he makes the first. Second attempt is up and it's short. Rebound, Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks in transition. Gets it out. Outlet to Shamet, who blows the bunny. Spurs the other way. Up 18-13 with 5:30 to go. Here's Harper. Inside with the crossover move. And gets it to go with the two-hand stuff. Here's Bridges. Brings it up into the front court. On the floor with Karl Anthony Towns, Deuce McBride, Shamet, and Brunson is your five on the floor as we get a whistle on the play. And it looks like we're going to get a foul call. It'll be on San Antonio. Knicks will have it side out. Brunson the inbound. Gets it inside to Mikal Bridges. Back to Cat for a long three-point basket. 28-footer is good.
Rising and surprising.
Karl Anthony Towns on the deep three. Here's the Spurs back the other way. Three-point attempt by Harper is no good. Cat outlets the Deuce. Deuce shaking and baking. Gets it over to Bridges. Kicks it over to Cat. Ball hops around. Ends up in Shamet's hands for a three, who draws nothing on that shot. Missed everything that time. And it looks like we'll get a foul call on San Antonio as Deuce McBride came up with the air ball rebound. As we take a look at the replay of Karl Anthony Towns taking that deep three, knocking it down with ease. Didn't take too many of those in the previous game. Looking to get it going behind the arc in this one. It's a 20-16 San Antonio lead with 4:49 remaining in the first, as things are getting a little chippy. New York to inbounds. Deuce looking to get it inside to Karl Anthony Towns, and he does. Karl Anthony Towns by the half-court line extended. Gets it over to Brunson. Looking to work on Harper, and we got a whistle. And it looks like it's going against Brunson, who apparently stepped out of bounds a little too close to the baseline that time. Court 50 feet wide, not wide enough for him. As Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a block shot on the Carter Bryant drive to the basket. Knicks have it in the front court. Here's McBride over to Cat, looking to work on Cornett. Gets inside for the layup. Looking for the foul to no avail. Cat taking it strong to the hoop that time. Here's San Antonio back the other way. Ends up in a Vassell 326-footer is no good. New York in transition. Brunson by himself, looking to go to work, working on Bryant. Gets a switch on the Cornett and draws a foul. This time it'll go against Luke Cornett, as New York got a switch off the Karl Anthony Towns screen. Spurs try to blitz him to no avail. Cornett ends up with the foul, as Carter Bryant now is going to some kind of tactic where he's trying to muscle and push around Jalen Brunson. Tony brothers say knock it off. Inbound. Here's Brunson. Gets him on his back. Flip shot at the rim. No good. Rebound. Deuce McBride spins around tough floater shot, no good. San Antonio will have the possession into the front court. De'Aaron Fox looking to get inside the lane, sees Mitchell Robinson, and he flips it up off the backboard and good. In a crowd that time, Fox managed to get it to go down. Here's New York. Shaman bringing up the ball wide open, finds a lane, goes inside, and is fouled. This time by De'Aaron Fox, as the whole right side of the floor opened up for Shaman that time, but he couldn't take advantage, as De'Aaron Fox grabbed him by the arm and did a hack job on him, sending Shaman to the line for two. Nope, excuse me, correction. It won't be a foul on Shaman. They're deploying the hacker Mitch. They said he got fouled before the drive, as they send the 29% free throw shooter to the line for two, and he knocks down the first. Mitchell Robinson looking to complete a pair. 22-19, San Antonio lead. Here's Robinson's second attempt is up, short, no good. Rebound Spurs. Here's Harper on the floor with Vassell, Cornette, Fox, and Carter. Harper looking to work on Deuce McBride, three-point line extended. Gets it over to Vassell, who penetrates inside, flip shot over Mitchell Robinson is good. Here comes the Knicks the other way. Deuce McBride brings the ball up. Gets it over to Jalen Brunson in the front court, flips it to Shaman in the corner, and looks like we have another stoppage in play as the Spurs look to deploy the hacker Mitch once again, which should send Robinson to the line. And we'll pick it up from there when we return after a word from our sponsors. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, fellow Knickerbockerians, if you're just joining us, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Tap in with me in the chat or leave your comments below. As we return to live action, Mitchell Robinson at the line misses the first. As San Antonio has gone to the Hacker Mitch strategy. His second free throw attempt is up, and it's long back iron, no good. San Antonio has it. Here's De'Aaron Fox into the front court. Gets a screen, gets it over to Vassell, pump fake shot, kicks it back to Fox for a left wing three, and he splashes it. San Antonio building the lead. Out front 27-19. Is Brunson into the front court, and we have another whistle and stoppage in play. Once again, San Antonio goes back to the Hacker Mitch, trying to gain some form of advantage the best way they can. 2:29 remaining in the first. San Antonio up 27-19. As Robinson gets the first one to go. Substitutions abound. On the floor for New York is Shamet, OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, and Brunson. As Mitchell Robinson knocks down a pair. 27-21 San Antonio lead. Here's De'Aaron Fox weaving, looking to get inside, and he does. Left hand layup off the glass is good. 29-21 Spurs. Here's Brunson into the front court, being guarded heavily by Harper. Brunson gets an Anunoby screen. Doubled at the half-court line, try to pass behind the back to Anunoby, but it's off Harper. Goes out of bounds. Knicks will retain possession. Knicks looking to inbound. Bear with me, Knickerbockerians, as there appears to be some sort of technical difficulty with the broadcasting feed. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Back to live action. Wembanyama at the free throw line. San Antonio leads 31-23. Now make it 32-23. As we appear to be having some broadcasting difficulties. All right, my fellow Knickerbockers, as we get back to live action. We do apologize for the broadcast technical difficulties as we pick it up in the second quarter. Spurs lead 34-25. Here's Castle with a right wing three is good. Spurs up 37-25 with 11:26 remaining in the second. Here are the Knicks. Deuce McBride will have it. Looking to work on Castle. Gets it over to Towns. Towns step back three and he splashes it.
Rising and surprising.
That time, Karl Anthony Towns. On the floor for New York is Shamet, Alvarado, Towns, Anunoby, and McBride. As Champagnie pulls up for a right wing three, long, no good, rebound Spurs. Wemby has it. Looking to work on Towns. Gives it up. Gives it to Castle. Penetrates inside and is negated by Landry Shamet with the great defense. Ends up in an Alvarado three on the other end, no good. As bodies go crashing to the floor. Here's Wemby the other way. Contested three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Anunoby. And once again, we're having broadcast difficulties. Something is going on with the ESPN feed. It appears to be glitching pretty bad. I'm sure with all the eyes tuning into this game, it's causing some kind of broadcast difficulty. We do apologize for the inconvenience. We'll pick it up with Karl Anthony Towns at the free throw line, shooting a pair. 37-29. San Antonio out front with 10-12 remaining in the second quarter. Karl Anthony Towns' second attempt is up. And it's good. Brings the Knicks within 7. 37-30, San Antonio. Here's Harper looking to work on Deuce McBride. Behind the back dribble, gets inside, fumble, bumbles, loses the ball out of bounds. It'll be a Spurs turnover. As the pressure defense by Deuce McBride that time forces Harper to lose control of the basketball. Knicks will have the possession. Back to live action. Here's Alvarado down the lane, rejected on the teardrop layup by Wembanyama, who came off the weak side and tossed that shot into the stands. What great pressure for Alvarado to put on the rim. Here's Karl Anthony Towns, who gets by Wemby for the two-handed stuff.
Moving, grooving, huffing and stuffing.
That time was Karl Anthony Towns. As we appear to have some more technical difficulties with the ESPN broadcast, we're going to see if we can go to a backup feed. Bear with me, Knickerbockers. As we get back to live action, San Antonio out front, 38-32. With Stephon Castle at the line shooting 2. Makes the first, looking for his second attempt. Is up, and the shot is good. It's a 39-32. San Antonio lead over New York with 9:21 remaining in the second quarter. Here's Alvarado. Gets it over to Josh Hart. Over to Deuce McBride, looking to penetrate. Lane is cut off. Finds a wide open Karl Anthony Towns, who exploited Stephon Castle on the post up. Back the other way. Spurs in motion. Here's Castle with a screen from Wemby. Looking to roll, nothing there. Pull up, stop, shop, no good. Rebound Towns. New York the other way. Here's Josh Hart, back to Towns, pump fakes a 3. Looking to penetrate, kicks it out to Deuce McBride. Deuce gets it over to Alvarado, back to McBride, who pulls a 27-footer in front of Wemby to no avail. Rebound Spurs. Here's Fox, entry pass to Wembanyama is off. Here's Josh Hart the other way. Pulls it back out. Gets it to Karl Anthony Towns, who takes a straight on deep 3. 31-footer is no good. Rebound Spurs. Knicks down 5, 39-34. And we get a tangle up between Fox and Hart. No call as Fox gets inside, puts the ball on the floor. Gets into the paint and scores the basket against Deuce McBride. A lot of contact and confusion on that play, not quite sure what transpired there. But it'll end up in De'Aaron Fox looking to complete the three-point play. As the Spurs go up 41-34. .801 remaining in the second quarter. 41-34 Spurs lead. And Fox completes the three-point play. Here's Alvarado. Gets the ball into the front court. Working on Castle, who's swarming with the defense. Kicks it over to Josh Hart, back to Alvarado. Alvarado calling for a screen. Gets the ball poked out of his hands. 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock. He has to get it up, and he draws a foul. It'll go against Stephon Castle. As Alvarado baited him that time. Took advantage with his eyes, and knowing the shot clock was winding down, baited Stephon Castle into a foul. And he'll go to the line for 2. First shot is up and good. As Jalen Brunson gets a much-deserved rest on the bench, Alvarado filling in admirably. Here's the second attempt is up, and Alvarado knocks down a pair. Here's De'Aaron Fox into the front court, staring down Alvarado, looking to penetrate, goes left, Gets inside the paint. Step back. Baby jumper is no good. Rebound Josh Hart.
Bounding and astounding.
Over to Cat, who gets it over to Alvarado. 3-point line extended. Gets a screen from Cat. Working the offense. Gets it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart, lob pass inside the Cat. Being swarmed by Spurs. Kicks it out to Mikal Bridges for a right wing corner three.
Rising and surprising.
And San Antonio wants to talk it over as the Knicks trim the lead to 3. It's a 42-39 Spurs lead. We'll pick it up after these messages. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, Severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, Severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, as we get back to live action. Spurs have it. Here's Harper driving baseline. Reverse layup is good. On the floor for New York, Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, Brunson, Hart, and Anunoby. San Antonio leads 44-39 with 6:34 remaining in the second. Here's Brunson. sees a double, gets it over to Anunoby, looking to work on Vassell, puts the ball down, loses it, and he's stripped, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Knicks couldn't get it off in time that time. Knicks on defense. Here's Hart picking up Fox. Fox looking to drive left. Gets past Robinson. No good on the layup attempt. Rebound Robinson. Out to Jalen Brunson. Into the front court. Looking to penetrate. Gets inside. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Swings it over to Anunoby for the right wing three. No good. Here comes the Spurs the other way. Harper almost loses it. Gets it to Vassell. 3-point shot from the corner is no good. Rebound Knicks. Here's Brunson into the front court. Swoop move. Looking to cross court pass intercepted. Spurs coming the other way. Harper has it. Looking to penetrate against Anunoby. And Anunoby rejects him. Knicks in transition. Ends up in a Mikal Bridges. Left wing three is good.
Rising and surprising.
Mikal Bridges. That time in transition. Bring the Knicks to within 2. Here's Harper on the other end. Right wing corner three is no good. In out of bounds. Knicks will have the possession. As we take a look at the replay of Harper trying to take it in strong on Anunoby, but it was negated. And it led to a 3-point basket from the left wing in transition by Mikal Bridges. Knicks cut the lead to 2. 44-22 Spurs lead. Knicks have it. Josh Hart looking to get it across the timeline. Gets it knocked out of his hands, and it goes out of bounds. Refs say it's off Vassell, who had his hands in the cookie jar that time, looking to pick Josh Hart's pocket. As the ball was kicked out of bounds by Devin Vassell, Knicks will have it. As the refs are talking about it and they huddling up, and Tony Brothers waves the finger saying we're going to take a look at it. This play will be under review. As the play is under review, taking a look at the replay, they might just get Josh Hart for an intentional trip on Devin Vassell. If you're just tuning in, folks, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. This program is brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, streaming live on YouTube and Twitch TV. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below or tap in with me in the chat. Your support is greatly appreciated. And the results of the review is in. And they're going to call that intentional trip by Josh Hart a flagrant foul. So there you have it. The review is upgraded. The criteria of the foul has been upgraded to a flagrant. Assessed to Josh Hart. San Antonio will shoot a free throw and maintain possession. Devin Vassell to shoot the free throw. Shot is up and good. 45-42 San Antonio with 5:14 remaining in the second. Second free throw attempt is up and it's good. 46-42 San Antonio lead. Knicks are just hanging around. Victor Wembanyama only has 5 points and 4 rebounds and has been ineffective thus far. San Antonio with possession. Here's Wembanyama looking to work on Robinson. Crossover. Flings it across court to Champagnie for 3. 26-footer is no good. Battle for the loose ball. Rebound ends in a whistle. And the refs are going to call it a loose ball foul. Says stay right here to be against the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson. As Shamet checks back into the game on the floor with Brunson, Robinson. And wait a minute. And we got some pushing and shoving. And Robinson has just been assessed a technical foul. Getting into a little bit of a scrum with Victor Wembanyama. And that was a bit ticky-tack. I didn't see much or anything there. But they'll send Wembanyama to the line to shoot the Mitchell Robinson technical. It's almost as if the refs want to see San Antonio win. If it was up to me, I would tell Wembanyama to get his weight up. As we get back to live action, here's Harper looking to drive inside. Good defense by Shamet. Forces the turnover. Anunoby picks the pass off. Drives inside and is mauled as he tried to take it inside against Vassell and Keldon Johnson on the fast break after the interception of that pass. Knicks playing in the passing lane has been doing a great job of that all postseason. And that'll send Anunoby to the line to shoot a pair. First attempt is up. And it's good. Second attempt bounces around and good. Cuts the lead to 3. Knicks can't really get into a rhythm as there's been a lot of whistles blown in the first half of this one. Here's Harper. Gets it over to Champagnie. Champagnie gets by Brunson. Lobs it up to Wemby. Alley-oop attempt is no good, but we'll get a foul on the play. And this foul will be assessed to the Knicks, who will send Wembanyama to the free throw line. Looks like it'll be on Anunoby. Wembanyama to the line to shoot 2. Free throw is up, and it's back iron, no good. And in the spirit of Rasheed Wallace, ball don't lie. Here's Wembanyama looking to take his second attempt. Knicks down 3 with 4:28 remaining in the second. Free throw attempt is up and good. 48-44. San Antonio lead. Knicks trying to establish a rhythm. Here's Brunson. Working on Harper. Gets the switch on the Wemby, back to Harper. Dribbling, probing, inside, whips it out to Shaman. Shaman puts it down on the floor, driving left, kicks it to Mikal Bridges. Ball is hopping and moving. Back to Mikal Bridges from Anunoby with the shot clock winding down. It's Bridges who knocks down the right wing, corner three.
Rising and surprising.
Here's San Antonio the other way. Long three by Keldon Johnson, bounces up high, no good. Knicks in transition. Here's Shamet, who gets by Wembanyama on the baseline and beats him to the rim for the two-hand layup. As New York goes up front 49-48 with 3:26 remaining. Here's Harper working on Shamet. Gets inside, flip shot at the basket is no good. Battle for the rebound, Spurs have it. Wemby over to Vassell, who takes a left wing three, and he splashes it. And it looks like he'll get a foul on the play as well. And this one might go against Brunson, as Brunson shakes his head saying no way. And the Spurs now with an opportunity to make it a 4-point play on the Devin Vassell three. As on the replay, Brunson barely grazes his dreads. But they get Brunson for the foul on that one. Vassell looking to complete the 4-point play. Puts the Spurs up 52-49 with that make. 3:14 remaining in the second. Here's Brunson on the floor. The starting five minus Josh Hart as Brunson drives down the lane with the left-handed layup.
Driving and thriving.
That time, taking it down the left side. Here's Fox the other way, looking to penetrate, gets inside. Kick out Vassell, pump fake three, drives inside, takes it strong, no good. Well contested that time by Bridges and Cat. Here's Brunson the other way, off the Shaman feed for three is no good. Rattles in and out. Knicks down one, 52-51. Shooting 7 of 18 from the three-point land is New York. Here's Fox, looking to work on Bridges. Gets it over to Champagnie, working on Towns. Gets it inside, kicks it back out for a Vassell three. Pull up, no good. Here's Brunson with the rebound. Knicks looking to push in transition. Brunson drops it off to Anunoby. Gets by Wembanyama for the reverse layup is no good. Well defended that time by Wemby, but the ball is knocked out of bounds, and the Knicks will retain it. And we'll pick it up from there. After this timeout, in a word from our sponsors, Knicks will have possession when we return. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with
People
Oh, that's severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerins, as we get back to live action. If you're just tuning in, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. With me, your host, Severe Elder. As we get back to live action, Knicks looking to inbound, playing offense in front of their own bench. On the floor is Brunson, Shamet, Bridges, Cat, and Anunoby. As Brunson looking to get inside his swarm. Wemby comes up with a steal as Brunson tried to kick it out to Cat. Here's Spurs the other way. Fox looking to penetrate. Cut off. Kicks it out to Share Penny. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound Towns.
Resounding, rebounding.
Gets it over to Brunson. Back to Towns. Back to Brunson. Staring down Harper. Looking to go to work. Brunson over to Cat. DHO almost picked off. Flips it over to Shamet. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Ends up with an Anunoby three from the side. Rims around and no good. Here comes the Spurs the other way. And the Spurs, when Binyama trying to hit Vassell, turns it over into the backcourt. Knicks will have it. Down one. 51-52. With a minute 14 to go in the first half. Here's Brunson on the inbound. Gets it to Cat. Cat probing. Puts the shot up as we get a whistle. And a stoppage in play on the play. It'll be a foul call. And it'll be against San Antonio. The fourth team foul. Be sure to check in with me, folks, for the halftime check. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. As the Knicks inbound. Cat to Brunson. Brunson probing on Wemby. Spin around. Fadeaway shot is short, no good. Spurs the other way. Here comes Keldon Johnson. Kicks it out to Fox, and he's called for foul. Charge it against Keldon Johnson. It'll be offensive as Brunson took and absorbed the hit that time. As he's one of the league leaders in charges all season long. Brunson sacrificing his body. Here the Knicks in the front court. Brunson over to Cat. Cat looking to work on Wemby. Gets it to Mikal Bridges. Inside for the turnaround flip shot. It's good. Here comes the Spurs the other way in a hurry. Keldon Johnson over to Wemby on the right side. 3-point line extended. Trying to find Champagnie in the corner. Pass is picked off by Brunson. Knicks living in the passing lane. Here's Brunson looking to hold for one. Shot clock, the game clock. 1 second differential. 9 seconds on the clock. Karl Anthony Towns with the left wing corner three.
Rising and surprising.
That time, knocking it down. Gives the Knicks a 56-52 lead, and that'll do it for the first half. As Bridges contested the De'Aaron Fox flip shot in the lane. And he came up short, and time has expired. Knicks will take a 56-52 lead into the half. And we'll pick it up on the other side of this break. It's the halftime check. Let me know how you're feeling, Knicks fans, when we return. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
Get ready to leave it on scene. It's the halftime check, live with Knicks on the Call.
All right, Knickerbockerians, as we are at the halftime check, If you're just tuning in, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. All right, folks, let's recap this first half as the Knicks closed the second quarter on a 12-4 run, turning a 4-point deficit into a 4-point lead. Mikal Bridges scored 5 points and had 2 assists during that stretch, and the Spurs shot 1 for 6 and committed 3 turnovers. And despite all the activity that has taken place thus far, a lot of whistles going on, a lot of fouls, a flagrant assessed to Josh Hart, and a technical assessed to Mitchell Robinson. And through it all, in the first half where I feel like the Knicks couldn't really get quite a rhythm going, it was kind of choppy, but yet they still walk into halftime with a 4-point lead, and with everything looked like it was going San Antonio's way, the Knicks somehow, in the words of Jalen Brunson, keep finding a way, as it's unfathomable how they're going into the halftime with a lead, as it shows you if you close the quarter strong, good things will happen. As we take a look at the first half box score, Karl Anthony Towns leading all scorers for the Knicks with 17 points, 7 rebounds and 3 assists with a steal and a block. Shooting 75% from the field. Looking spectacular in this one. Took 5 3-point attempts and made 3, as he's having a phenomenal first half. And the captain has 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. All together, every starter has a steal, as the theme is the New York Knicks stifling defense, forcing San Antonio into turnovers after turnovers, getting inside the passing lane, doing a great job on the weak side and help side defense. And as we take a look at Anunoby, Mr. Bulldozer Finesse is making his mark across the box score with 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal in the block, as the Knicks are doing a fantastic job drawing Wembanyama away from the ball. And what I mean by that is they're getting inside the painted area, drawing the defense, leading out to kickouts that ultimately leads to the swing pass. And despite not having all that great of rhythm, again, they managed to walk into halftime with a 4-point lead, as they didn't appear to play all that great, and there's definitely room for improvement in the second half. As we summarize the team comparisons, both teams shooting around 42% from the field, but the Knicks have the edge by a couple of percentage points from 3-point land. They've taken 20 shots from downtown and managed to get 8 of them to go. And the team assists are shaking out to be about even, as New York has 14 and San Antonio has 12. And they're about even from the free throw line as well, with both teams respectively taking 16 to 17 attempts and both teams knocking down 12. As New York is dominating in the points off a turnover category, leading San Antonio 13-2, as their defense has been stellar, getting into the passing lane, as the Mike Brown defensive scheme seems to have San Antonio a little off balance thus far in the first half. And that'll do it, folks. Let me know how you feel about this one. Good, bad, or indifferent. I want to hear you tell it. Leave it on scene in the comments below, or tap in with me in the chat. And be sure to like this channel. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're calling Knicks games every play, live, indirect, streaming to YouTube and Twitch TV from Selfie Studio. So keep it here, Knickerbockerins, stay locked in. We'll pick it up with the start of the third quarter, second half, when we return. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Hit the music.
Say what? I can't hear you. Come on. Say what? New York, go.
Severe Elder on the beats.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, as we open the third quarter with the Knicks having possession. Playing offense in front of San Antonio's bench as we almost get a turnover. Jalen Brunson looking to outlet the ball to Karl Anthony Towns. Is almost intercepted. Knicks will retain possession with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Anunoby to inbound. Gets it to Brunson. Brunson pulls up on the turnaround three-point shot. No good. But Karl Anthony Towns is there to clean it up.
Pounding and astounding.
With the putback. Puts New York up 58-52. Here's Castle. Wild pass intercepted by Brunson, and we'll get a whistle on the play. As Stephon Castle was looking at a strong New York Knicks double team. As we take a look at the replay. Back to live action. Turnover this time as Castle tried to inbound it to Champagnie, picked off by Brunson. Once again, Knicks in the passing lane. Here's Anunoby to Hart to Cat. Cat pump fake from 3. Drives inside. Floaters up and no good. Rebound Spurs. Here's Vassell the other way. Gets it over to Champagnie. Contested that time well by Josh Hart, negating the three-point attempt. Wemby has it. Looking to work on Anunoby. On the right block. Big two-step fadeaway jumper from the foul line area is good. 58-54 Knick lead. Here's Josh Hart into the front court. Gets it over to Bridges. Working on Fox on the three-point line extended. Whips it over to Anunoby, who rises and surprises with the left wing corner 3. Back the other way is Champagnie. Looking to drive inside, is rejected by OG Anunoby. And we'll have another deflected ball out of bounds. Knicks will retain possession. As we look at the replay of Bridges driving left, gets the lane cut off and he kicks it out to Anunoby for the left wing 3. Back to live action is Karl Anthony Towns on the block, looking to work on Wemby, trying to draw a foul, nothing there, turnover New York. Castle the other way is stuffed at the rim by Josh Hart, who rejected Stephon Castle's attempt at the rim that time. Looking to take it strong, but Josh Hart absorbs the bump and says, I will have none of it. And on the other end, as the Knicks were going in transition, Brunson drew a foul. Knicks have it side out. Bridges inbounds to Brunson. Brunson over the timeline being hawked by Stephon Castle. Hart, DHO back to Brunson. Back to Hart. Hart wide open. Right wing 3 is way off. Rebound Vassell. He's looking to push in transition. Gets it over to Fox. On the floor with Champagnie, Vassell, Castle, and Wembanyama. Here's a Wemby 3. Back iron no good. Chase down, rebound. Josh Hart.
Pounding and astounding.
Knicks in the front court. Leans up. Ends up in a Jalen Brunson 26-footer from the left wing is good.
Rising and surprising.
As the Knicks go up 10, 64-54 on the pull-up. Stop pop three-pointer by the one, the only Jalen Brunson. As the Spurs want to talk it over. Timeout San Antonio. And we'll leave it on scene and pick it up after these messages. It's Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
People.
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
People.
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerins, if you're just tuning in, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. With me, Severe Elder, as we get back to live action. San Antonio opens the possession out of the timeout with a turnover, as the Knicks are looking to take control of this one. Up 10, 64-54 with 9:11 remaining in the third quarter. Knicks to inbound. Here's Brunson, the cat back to Brunson. Brunson almost has it turned over. Castle hawking him hard. Turnover, stolen by Wembanyama. Spurs in transition. Here's the Aaron Fox looking to get inside, and he does. Flip shot at the rim is good, and he draws a foul. Going to the line, looking to complete a three-point play. As he drove it inside, that time strong. Flip shot over Anunoby, and draws the reach-in foul on Josh Hart. Looking to complete the three-point play. 64-56, New York lead. Free throw attempt is up and good. Here's Brunson, being guarded tightly by Castle. Gets it into the front court. Handling the ball, three-point line extended. All the way by the half-court line, sees a double. Gets it to Shaman in the middle of the floor. Kicks it out to Bridges. Sidestep, pull up, three-point shot from the left wing is good.
Rising and surprising.
Mikal Bridges with 14 points, shooting 4-4 from three-point land. Gets it to go. Here's Wembanyama. Over to Fox. Being guarded by Bridges. Gets the switch on to Karl Anthony Towns. And it'll be an offensive foul as Wembanyama, a little too aggressive that time, knocks over Mikal Bridges. Puts a hip check on him, sending him flying down to the floor. It'll be a San Antonio turnover. Knicks have it off the inbound. Here's Brunson being guarded super tightly by Castle. Gets the switch on to Champagnie. Knicks lead by 10, 67-57. Brunson probing, dancing, prancing. Hits Shamet in the middle, kick out. Karl Anthony Towns, pump fake three, drives it inside. Ball is moving. Shamet tries to get it up before the shot clock expires, but to no avail. It'll be a turnover on New York. Shot clock violation. 67-57, Knicks lead by 10. Here's Castle. Gets it inside, drops it off to Wemby, who comes through with the monster. One-handed stuff. 67-59 Knicks. Here's Brunson. Looking to work on Champagnie on the left wing, three-point line extended. Crossover. Spin around, almost loses the ball. Back in Champagnie down on the elbow. Gets it over to Shamet for a left wing. Corner three is good.
Rising and surprising.
Landry Shamet getting it to go that time. Here's Fox the other way. Gets it over to Champagnie. Into Vassell in the corner. Three-point attempt is up. No good. Battle for the rebound. Ball is tipped in by Wembanyama. 70-61. New York out front. And it looks like we'll get a foul. Reaching foul on San Antonio. Looking to strip the ball from Mikal Bridges. Couldn't get it that time. As a battle on the replay for the rebound ends up in a tip-in by San Antonio. Back to live action. Brunson inbounds to Towns. Towns working on Wemby. Puts the ball down. Drives inside. Big two steps. Takes the contact. And good.
Driving and thriving. Moving, grooving.
Karl Anthony Towns. Here's the Spurs the other way. Flip pass into Wembanyama. Guarded well that time by Towns. And it will have a whistle. Not quite sure who that foul is called on. Looks like they'll charge it against Karl Anthony Towns. That'll send Wembanyama to the free throw line for a pair. As we take a look at the replay, and if anything, it should be an over-the-back foul on Wembanyama, as Karl Anthony Towns stood his ground and defended him well that time. Wembanyama at the line for two. Shot rattles around and good. (72-62). Knicks out front. Wembanyama's second attempt is underway. As he's taking his time at the line. Shot is up. Shot is back iron, no good. Rebound Bridges. Swarmed by two Spurs defenders, comes away with it. Gets down the lane, kicks it to Towns. Pump fake three. Sidestep. Probing, looking to pass. Gets it to Bridges. Gets it back to Towns, looking to post up Castle, who is held. And Karl Anthony Towns looking to get inside, and they're going to say it's an offensive foul. Wow, on Karl Anthony Towns, as he looked like he was mugged and mauled on that play. As the refs are doing their best to see to it that San Antonio gets the benefit of the whistle. Here's Cassell as we get back to live action. Whip it over to Harper. Three-point attempt is up. No good. Rebound. Johnson gets it to go strong over Anunoby that time. 72-64. New York Knicks out front. 5:35 remaining in the third. Here's Brunson working on Castle, who's been guarding him tightly all game. Brunson shaking and baking to get out of it. Drives inside. Flip shot at the basket is no good. off the bank to no avail. Here's the Spurs in transition. Ends in a Castle three. 27-footer from the left wing is good. As San Antonio inches closer, cutting into the lead. Here's New York the other way. Bridges will have it. Free three-point line extended. Driving right. Gets it to Brunson on the right side. Puts it on the floor. Gets Castle on his back. Misses the shot. Gets his own rebound. Misses the second attempt. And San Antonio comes away with it. Here's Castle with the lob pass to Wemby, but he couldn't get it to go. Knicks back in transition. Brunson finds a wide open Mikal Bridges for the turnaround baby jumper. Is good. Knicks lead 74-67. 4:20 to go in the third. Here's Castle probing, looking to get inside, rejected with the left hand by Mitchell Robinson. Here's Brunson the other way, drops it off the Bridges. Back to Brunson. 3-point line, top of the key, extended, looking to work on Wembanyama. Wembanyama looking to guard Brunson, calls for the double. Castle comes over, he gets off the ball to Shamet. Shamet puts it down, dribbles to the middle of the lane with a jumper, is no good. Rebound Spurs. Here's Wembanyama, almost turns it over. Pulls up for three. 26-footer right in front of Mitchell Robinson is good. Cuts the lead to 4. Victor Wembanyama has 17-10 this quarter. Here's Anunoby driving down the left side of the lane with the left hand layup.
Driving and thriving.
That time, Anunoby puts the Knicks up 6 as Castle comes right back down on the other end, dupes Brunson for a right-hand layup, and Mike Brown wants to talk it over as his team looks a little fatigued on the defensive end. Knicks out front, 76-72. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerins, if you're just joining in, you found the one, the only, Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. This program is brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, streaming live to YouTube and Twitch TV. We're calling Knicks games live. Every play, every run, and everything in between. So stay locked in. As we get back to live action, Knicks have the possession out of the timeout as the Spurs come away with a Knick turnover. And the ball ends up with Harper, looking to work on Bridges inside. On the floor with Cornette, Johnson, Castle, and Champagnie. Here's Castle, pull up three on the right wing, in and out, no good. Rebound Shamet, who's on the floor with McBride, Robinson, Alvarado, and Mikal Bridges. Here's Shamet, looking to get inside. Probin picks up his dribble, three-point line extended. Being guarded tightly by Champagnie, gets it to Deuce. Shot clock winding down. Deuce fades away over Keldon Johnson and gets the baby jumper to go.
Rising and surprising.
That time was Deuce McBride. Gives the Knicks a 78-72 lead. Here's Castle. Being guarded by Shamet. Penetrating. Shot is up. Off the rim. No good. Rebound Bridges. Knicks looking to go the other way. Gets a screen from Robinson. Almost turns it over. Ends up with Deuce. Gets it back to Bridges. Bridges pull up. At the free throw line area. Jumper is good. Knicks lead 80-72. 1:43 remaining in the third. Cornette has it. DHO to Keldon Johnson. Down the lane. Flip shot at the rim is no good, but he'll pick up a foul. And this time it'll go against Mitchell Robinson, sending Keldon Johnson to the line for two. Keldon Johnson's first attempt is long back iron, no good. Second attempt is up and good. It's an 80-73 Knick lead. Here's Alvarado. Looking to work on De'Aaron Fox, gets it over to Bridges. Bridges waits on a Mitchell Robinson screen, drives right, gets down the lane, almost loses it, spins back around, gets the baby jumper from the middle of the lane to go.
Gyrating, devastating.
Was Mikal Bridges, who has 20 points and 9 in this quarter. Here's Harper, looking to work on Deuce, kicks the ball out to Fox. Being guarded heavily by Alvarado, kicks it out for Keldon Johnson, three no good. Rebound Alvarado, looking to push, gets it up to Deuce, back to Alvarado, who holds the ball, waiting patiently. 46 seconds to go in the third. Staring down Wembanyama, gets it to Shamet for a left wing corner, three is no good. Ball is batted up and out of bounds by San Antonio. New York will have the possession. Inbound pass from Alvarado to Bridges. Gets it to Robinson, back to Bridges, who lobs it up Gotham style to Mitchell Robinson.
This unit is swishing, huffing and stuffing.
That time. Bridges to Robinson on the Gotham lob. Here's Wembanyama the other way, pump faking. Shoots it over Mitchell Robinson, foul line area jumper is good. Knicks lead 84-75. 14 seconds remaining in the third. They should hold for one. As Bridges checks the shot clock, gets a screen from Robinson. Out to Alvarado, who pulls a right wing three, spins around, in and out, no good. Gets the rebound back, no good. Tip in by Mitchell Robinson is no good. As Alvarado is mad at himself for missing that one. But the Knicks close out the third quarter in high fashion, taking an 84-75 lead into the fourth quarter. When we return, you're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with
People
Oh, that's
all-
severe elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with
People
Oh,
all-
that's severe elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerins, be sure to tap in. Drop your score predictions right now. If you're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. As we get back to live action, San Antonio will have possession after the timeout. Victor Wembanyama working on Mitchell Robinson. As Shamet comes over to help, and the ball ends up out of bounds, San Antonio will retain possession. 84-75 Knick lead. New York leads 1-0 in this series, looking to go up 2-0 in this best of 7 final series. Here's San Antonio. Keldon Johnson rejected at the rim, looking to go up strong, but Mitchell Robinson will have none of it. Knicks into the front court. Here's Deuce McBride on the floor with Shamet, Alvarado, Robinson, and Bridges. Deuce probing on the left wing. Looking to penetrate. Gets inside. Stop, pop. Pull-up shot is no good. Tap out by Mitchell Robinson. Ends up in a Bridges three. A little long that time, but Alvarado, the Lilliputian, comes up with the rebound. Finds Shamet, who knocks down a left wing three.
Rising and surprising.
That time, Landry Shamet gives the Knicks an 87-75 lead, the largest lead of the game thus far. Here's Wemby with a deep 28-footer dead on is good. Alvarado back the other way. Gets it across the timeline. Over to Bridges. Bridges penetrating down the right side, going right. Flip shot at the rim is no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Robinson almost came away with it. Knocked out of his hands by Fox. Here's the Spurs. Driving. Keldon Johnson. And the ball ends up out of bounds as Landry Shamet got back in a defensive stance, forcing Keldon Johnson along the baseline to lose control of the basketball. As we get substitutions, Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns check back into the game at the 10:15 mark of the fourth quarter. Landry Shamet, who's played well, has 10 points, shooting 2 of 4 from downtown. As Hart checks back into the game, replacing Deuce McBride. Here's San Antonio with the give and go off the inbound pass, ends up in a Stephon Castle dunk. Knicks up 7, 87-70. Here's Hart working on Vassell, gets it over to Bridges. Half court line extended. Over to Towns. Towns finds a cutting. Josh Hart into the lane, but rejected by Wembanyama. Close to a goaltend, but Brunson into the passing lane on the other end, comes up with a steal. Ends up in Karl Anthony Towns' hands. Back to Brunson. Brunson looking to work on De'Aaron Fox. Driving right, and it gets bumped and a stare down as Fox and Jalen Brunson in each other's mug. And a lot of pushing is starting to commence as Castle gets in on the action. And the players are getting tangled up, and it's getting a little bit chippy. And this is what we want to see as San Antonio staring down a 7-point deficit, trying to get physical with New York, but New York will have none of it as we get technical success on both teams. As Rick Brunson is chiming in on the action. Knicks will have it side out. Here's Brunson looking to penetrate, working on Castle. Hang dribble. Gets it to Bridges. Bridges whips it over to a Shamet. Left wing three is short, no good. Rebound Towns. Back to Bridges, back to Brunson, who takes a three-pointer is short. Rebound Spurs. Here's Harper the other way, looking to put pressure on the rim with the right hand layup is good. Here's Jalen Brunson into the front court. Knicks up 5, 9 minutes remaining in the fourth. Here's Bridges looking to penetrate. Shot over Wembanyama is a little short that time. Spurs come up with the rebound. Here's Castle staring down Karl Anthony Towns on the right wing. Lobs it inside to Wemby, who's defended well that time by Shamet. Shot is no good. Rebound Brunson. Whips it inside to Shamet. Shamet to Hart, back to Shamet, over to Brunson. Brunson holds. 3-point line extended. Working on Castle. It's the switch on to Wemby, back to Castle. Ball is hopping and popping. Ends up in Shamet hands for a right left wing Corner three.
Rising and surprising.
Is Shamet. And that puts the Knicks back up 90 to 82. And Mitch Johnson calls timeout. He wants to talk it over. And we'll pick it up after the timeout when we return. Knicks lead 90 to 82. You're listening to Game 2 of the NBA Finals. It's Knicks on the Call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerians, tap in with me. Be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps this broadcast going. If you enjoy listening to Knicks live play-by-play, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're calling Knicks games live. Every play, every run, and everything in between. So keep it locked in as you're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call. It's Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Knicks looking to go up 2-0 to bring it back home to the Mecca with the supreme home court advantage. As things are starting to get chippy in this one, let me know how you feel about it in the comments section below. As this game is turning out to be incredible. As the Spurs have rebounded well throughout their postseason, having dropped 2 games in a row. As we get back to live action, here's Wembanyama over to Fox looking to penetrate. Gets the ball out to Harper. Harper inside, penetrating no good, and he'll draw a foul. As he took it strong to the basket that time with physicality, but is met inside with physicality. And that'll send Harper to the line for 2. As the foul this time is called on the Knicks. Harper at the line. First shot rims in and out. No good. Ball don't lie. Second attempt is up. Rims around and good. 90-83. New York leads. 8 minutes remaining in the fourth. Here's Brunson into the front court. Working on Castle. Gets it to Anunoby. Anunoby puts the ball down. Gets inside. Kicks it to Shamet for a contested three-pointer. Is no good as Hart almost comes away with a rebound, and they'll call a foul on the play. And it looks like it'll be against Josh Hart, and that'll be number 5 on him. As we take a look at the replay, Josh Hart got a lot of risk trying to compete with 2 Spurs players for the rebound on that possession. Substitutions abound for the Knicks as Josh Hart is relegated to the bench with 5 fouls. On the floor is Bridges, Towns, Bridges, Towns, Brunson, Anunoby, and Deuce McBride. As the Knicks again in the passing lane comes up with a turnover, and Brunson, who absorbs the bump from Champagnie, takes it inside strong for the left-handed layup.
Driving and thriving.
That time, here's the Spurs the other way. Knicks lead 92-83. Here's Vassell. Almost turns it over, but it'll be a foul call. This time, I believe it'll be on Anunoby. On the reach-in. As we take a look at the replay, swarming Knicks defense forced Castle into an Anunoby steal. Led by the Jalen Brunson fast break the other way as he took it strong to the basket that time. Back to live action. Here's Castle looking to work on Bridges. Dribbles into Bridges, trying to draw a foul to no avail, and he looks hurt on the play. Knicks in transition. Brunson drops it off the Towns, whips it out to Anunoby for the right wing three is no good. Knicks come up with the rebound, ends up in the left wing. 3 from Deuce McBride.
Rising and surprising.
Who gets it to fall. Increasing New York's lead. 95-83 with a little over 6 minutes remaining in the fourth. And San Antonio wants to talk it over. And a word from our sponsors. It's Knicks on the call.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerins, as we make our way winding down the fourth quarter, as we take a look at Wembanyama on the bench, going ham on his squad, trying to get them charged up and fired up as they're staring down what could possibly be a 2-0 hole. Knicks lead 95-83. Back to live action. Wembanyama looking to be aggressive, driving in on Towns, no good. As the shot rims around in and out. Brunson into the front court. Slows things down, looking to get everything back under control. As we get closer to crunch time, here's Towns staring down Fox on the left wing, three-point line extended. Cross-court pass to Anunoby. Takes it inside and two-hand stuffs it over Wembanyama.
Slamming and jamming, huffing and stuffing.
That time, Anunoby taking it strong to the basket. And we'll get a foul down on the other end as Harper went sprinting up the court, looking to get a transition basket before the Knicks can set their defense, and he draws a foul. As we take a look at the Anunoby replay, as he put Wembanyama on his back and said, "You can ride me to the basket," as he took it inside for the two-hand stuff. Give Anunoby 14 points on the game. Knicks lead 97-83 as they have another double-digit fourth quarter lead. As Harper knocks down the first. Harper, who's played well, scored 261 points in these playoffs, becoming the rookie with the most points in playoff history. But his team trails 97-85. Here's Brunson looking to work on Fox. Gets the screen, gets the switch on the Wemby. On the right side, hang dribble, crossover between the legs. Gets Wemby off his feet, drops it into Towns inside the paint. Is blocked, gets his own rebound, kicks it out, and we'll have a whistle on the play. And it'll be a 24-second violation against the Knicks, as Towns couldn't quite get the attempt up on the rim. Back to live action. Here's Fox looking to dupe and hoop. Gets Brunson on his heels for a step-back three. Is good. 97-88. Knicks lead over San Antonio as Mike Brown wants to talk it over. As De'Aaron Fox is looking to heat up. Mike Brown with a smart timeout looks to break up San Antonio's momentum. As we go into commercial break, we'll pick it up on the other side. Knicks will have possession when we return. It's game 2 of the NBA Finals. It's Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
back to live action. Knicks will have possession. 97-88. Knicks lead with 5:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. 4 seconds for the Knicks on the shot clock. Brunson inbound. Gets it to McBride. Has to get it up. He does. Gets it on the rim. No good. Rebound Spurs. Here's Vassell coming the other way. Fox looking to work on Brunson. Crossover dribble. Gets inside. Pivot. Flip shot. Up at the rim is good. Cuts the lead to 7. Here's Brunson. Over to Bridges. Pump fake three-pointer. Pulls up for the 3 as he gets the flyby. No good. Here's the Aaron Fox the other way. Working on Bridges. Spinning. Gets it out to Wemby. Guarded by Karl Anthony Towns. Three-point line extended. Wemby puts the ball on the floor. Looking to get inside with the flip shot. Left hand over Towns is good. 97-92 as the Spurs are on a 9-0 run in the last minute and 48 seconds of this one. As we're in crunch time in the fourth quarter. And for our non-basketball aficionados, crunch time is when it's 5 minutes or less in the fourth quarter and the game is within 5 points or less. That is officially where we are in this one. And it's crunch time. As Mike Brown takes another timeout, I want to get your thoughts on how you feel this one is going to take place as we get down to the wire. Leave it on scene in the comments below or tap in with me in the chat. Drop your score predictions. Will the Knicks go up 2-0 or will San Antonio show resolve and get this thing tied even at 1 apiece? I want to hear you tell it. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support is what keeps this broadcast going. This broadcast is brought to you live by SelfieCast Studio. As we get back to live action, Knicks with the possession. Here's Karl Anthony Towns. Looking to work on Harper. Finds a cut in Brunson down the lane. Shot is altered that time by Wembanyama in the paint. Here's the Spurs the other way. Looking to cut into the lead some more. A walk-in 3 by Vassell is good. 12-0 run for San Antonio over the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds of this one. Cuts the lead 97-95 as they pressure New York. Here's Vassell guarding Bridges tightly. Gets it over to Brunson. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Brunson looking to go to work. Draws Wemby on the assignment. Stop pop 3 is off that time. Rebound Spurs as the Knicks appear to be unfolding in this one. But we got a steal. Once again, Mikal Bridges into the passing lane. Drives inside, gets it kicked out to Brunson for a wide open 3 who couldn't get it to go that time. Couldn't get a more cleaner look than that one. Brunson couldn't get him to go. Here's Harper the other end. Penetrating. Gets inside the chest of Jalen Brunson for the flip shot and ties the game at 97 apiece. As we're in crunch time. Tie ball game, 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining. Here's Shaman looking to penetrate. Gets inside, almost loses the ball. Gets it to Anunoby, pump fake 3, and Anunoby is fouled. No! They say he lost the ball as it went out of bounds, and the Spurs will have it side out. And Mike Brown immediately calls a timeout, looking to challenge this one. Smart timeout and a smart challenge by Mike Brown. As it's possible he could save the possession. As we take a look at the replay, and yeah, Champagnie got the slap down on Anunoby's hand before he made an attempt to shoot the shot as it went off Anunoby out of bounds, but I look for this call to be reversed and overturned. As we return from the commercial break, I believe this call will be reversed. It should be approximate foul assessed to Champagnie as the referees are at the scorer's table reviewing this one. As it's coming down to the wire, is San Antonio going to mount a comeback, or will the Knicks bend but don't break and show how they've been the most resilient team in these playoffs thus far? It'll go a long way if they can bring it back to the Mecca with the Spurs in a 0-2 hole. As we get back to live action, here's the call. Tony Brothers on the mic. And indeed, it is an approximate foul. Call is overturned. It'll be on Champagnie. And if Anunoby had both feet behind the line, he'll look to shoot 3 free throws, shooting at 86% on the season. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Big time foul shots by Anunoby right now. First attempt rattles around and good as he gets it to fall. Puts the Knicks up 98-97. Second free throw is up and it's good. 99-97. As Anunoby looks to take the third free throw attempt. Shot is up and it's good. Knicks up 3, 100-97. Here comes the Spurs. 2:30 remaining in the fourth quarter of this one. Fox penetrated, lobs up to Wemby for the two-handed stuff, cuts the lead to 1. Here's Brunson into the front court, on the floor with the starting 5. Josh Hart, Towns, Anunoby, and Bridges. Brunson over the Bridges, working on Vassell. Gets the clear out. 3-point line extended. Gets a screen from Anunoby. Looking to penetrate. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. They got to get it up. Anunoby does on the rim. Couldn't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball. Rebound goes out of bounds. Refs award it to the Knicks. Knicks will have the possession, as they almost didn't get it off that time. Would have made for another shot clock violation. But instead it'll be Nick Ball. Side out underneath the basket. Brunson inbound. Finds Bridges. Gets it back to Brunson, who lays it up and in with the flip shot underneath the basket. Here's Fox the other way. Gets it out to Champagnie. Over to Vassell. Trying to force feed Wemby on the post. He steps back from behind the 3. Takes a 3-point corner shot. It's air ball, no good. Hart comes up with it. Brunson into the front court. Has the ball. Penetrates. Flip shot at the rim. Is a little too hard that time. Couldn't get it to go. Here's the Spurs the other way, as Dylan Harper gets it up on the backboard, and it'll be blocked, but it's a goaltend. As Karl Anthony Towns looked to pin that one against the backboard on the Harper drive, to no avail, as they'll get him for the goaltend. Count the basket. 1-point lead 102 to 101 Knicks lead. 124 remaining in the fourth. As we get down to the nitty-gritty of this one, but they're going to call the play under review. And I'm not sure what Tony Brothers wants to review that time. It was clearly a goaltend by Karl Anthony Towns on that play. And here's Brothers with the call. The ruling on the floor is confirmed. It is a goaltend violation. Count the basket. 2 timeouts apiece for both teams. Knicks lead in the series 1-0, looking to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Spurs looking to even things up. Minute 22 remaining in this one. Here's Brunson into the front court, flips it over to Bridges. Bridges staring down Harper on the right wing extended. Gets the switch on to Champagnie. 8 seconds on the shot clock. A lot of standing around, no movement. Here's Bridges inside. Turnover. Harper has it. Coming back the other way. Stops. Picks up his dribble. Gets it to Wemby, who gets inside. Draws a foul and gets the basket to go down. Gives San Antonio a 103 to 102 lead as we seesaw back and forth in this one. Wemby down the lane, 2 steps just inside the 3-point line, 2 steps to the rim and draws a foul. And it'll be on Karl Anthony Towns, sending Wemby to the line for the 3-point play as he gets it to go. Now the Knicks are down 2. Here's Brunson trying to get it into the front court, being hawked by Harper. Barely makes it across the timeline. A lot of contact, no foul. Brunson on the right wing, working on Champagnie, crossing over, drive, fading, step back, jumper is good!
Gyrating, devastating, wheeling and dealing.
Jalen Brunson with the late game heroics ties the game up at 104 apiece with 40 seconds remaining in this one. And what a seesaw battle we got going on back and forth between the Spurs and the Knicks as both teams are showing a relentless fortitude. Nobody wants to give an inch as San Antonio wants to talk it over. Let me know how you feel about this one, Knickerbockers. It's a possibility we could end up in overtime. No team wants to give up the edge to the other. Drop your score predictions right now. And if you're rocking with Knicks on the Call, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're calling Knicks games live. Every play, every run, and everything in between. Keep it locked in as we got a tight one. Knicks early in the fourth had as much as a 13-14 point lead. And then over the last 2:20, San Antonio went on a run. Since then, it's been a back and forth affair with both teams exchanging body shots and headshots as we get back to live action. Here's Wembanyama working on Robinson. Gets the shot up, no good. And we'll get a rebound. Josh Hart in a Knicks timeout with 30.3 seconds remaining. As Mike Brown goes offense to defense substitutions. Put Robinson in the game on that play, and he did his job and defended Wemby well, showing his girth and his length. Pause. as the Spurs want to talk it over. And the Knicks want to talk it over. We're locked at 104 with 30.3 seconds remaining. Both teams with a timeout. Both teams with a challenge. Only one team, which is the Spurs, have a foul to give. How will it all end? Will it end in dramatic fashion? Or will we go to overtime? Knicks will have it side out with Bridges looking to inbound. Gets it into Brunson, being hawked by Stephon Castle. Here we go. Reaching foul as Castle gives up the foul to give. .3 seconds remaining on the game clock. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Brunson has it. Looking at Castle. Gets a screen from Anunoby. Working on Wembanyama with the switch. Jumper is no good. Rebound Wembanyama. And he turns it over. And Brunson ends up with it. And he's pushed out of bounds by Wembanyama. And New York will have possession with a chance to end the game with 9 seconds remaining as Wembanyama was looking to outlet the ball in transition to Stephon Castle, who wasn't paying attention on the play. Turned his back and the ball hit him in the back, and Brunson will be at the line for two. And he knocks down the first. Knicks lead 105. 104 with 9.5 seconds remaining. Brunson at the line, looking to put the Knicks up 2. Give him 20 points, and he's shooting 4-4 from the free throw line. Incredible. Brunson at the line, looking in for his second attempt, is up. And he misses the basket. Battle for the loose ball, and Spurs will have it. And they'll get a timeout with 7.5 remaining on the game clock. Spurs take their last timeout as we'll go down to the wire. Spurs with a chance to take the lead and end the game. What an incredible finish. We're leading up to in this one is game 2 of the NBA Finals. Knicks lead the series 1-0. Looking to put the Spurs in a tumultuous situation as they got one shot with 7.5 seconds remaining to draw up a play to get somebody a wide open shot. Will they go to Wemby? Or will Wemby be a decoy? They'll draw up something for either Champagnie or Vassell. Or will Fox be the one with the late game heroics? Who knows what's gonna unravel in this one? As the players look to take the floor. Defensive substitutions for the Knicks. Hart, Shamet, Bridges, Anunoby, and Mitchell Robinson will defend the last possession, or what could possibly be the last possession. Here's De'Aaron Fox. Gets it over to Wemby. Wemby, pull-up jumper over. Robinson is no good. Rebound for Vassell, and that's it. The shot clock expires as they couldn't get the rebound shot attempt off, and the New York Knicks will take a 105-104 two-game series lead. straight playoff win. Second longest streak in NBA history. What a finish. Knicks win. Knicks win. Knicks win. What a game! As the San Antonio Spurs head back to the locker room looking dejected, feeling rejected. As we take a look at the last possession, great defensive sequence by the Knicks as Wemby took a mid-range elbow jumper, hit the back iron no good, and Vassell couldn't quite haul in the rebound and get the shot off as the shot clock and game clock is expired. And your New York Knicks will be headed home, Knickerbockerians, to the Mecca. Up 2-0. We'll recap it all after these messages. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
Hit the music.
Say what? I can't hear you. Come on. Say what? Where New York go?
All right, Knickerbockerians, as we get back. Wow, what a game. Thank you for tuning in to Knicks on the Call, the #1 place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play, where we just witnessed the incredible resolve of the New York Knicks as they edge the Spurs 105-104. Both teams finished with identical makes from the field at 37 apiece. But the Knicks hit 15 threes to San Antonio's 11 and out-rebounded the Spurs 55-52. Victor Wembanyama led all scores with 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocks, while Karl Anthony Towns finished with 21 points and 13 boards in a monster double-double performance by him. And Jalen Brunson posted 20 points and tied his career high with 5 steals, contributing to the Knicks 11 steals overall and 29 assists. Despite the Spurs being fueled by a 20-5 fourth quarter run, including 10 points from Wembanyama, they fall short in the final seconds of this one, as it was an incredible finish and a superb coaching job in the last couple of moments of the game by Mike Brown, who called some crucial timeouts as well as made some key and keen substitutions, offensive and defensive substitutions. Great call by the head coach Mike Brown. As we take a look at the box score, again, the player of the game for me is Karl Anthony Towns, who finished with a double-double, 21 points, 13 boards, managed to chip in 4 assists, a steal, and a block, as he played phenomenal, as he got into a little bit of foul trouble, as he finished one shy of fouling out. He still finished a plus 11 in the plus minus column. And Anunoby, Mr. Bulldozer Finesse himself, chipped in with 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. And you gotta love it when a player like that puts his imprint across every category in the box score. And the captain, who finished with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals. Yes, I said it, 5 steals. As the Knicks once again displaying their defensive prowess, as they're adept at getting into the passing lane, forcing the San Antonio Spurs into turnover after turnover after turnover. Can't say enough about the defensive scheme being deployed by the New York Knicks. And as we take a look at Bridges, who was phenomenal as well in this one, gave you 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Monster game by him. And he chipped in with a steal, as all the Knicks starters had a knack in this one. And of course, we can't forget, in the bench player of the year, in my opinion, who should be a candidate for the playoff bench player of the season, if there is such a thing. A 6-man off the bench in the playoffs clearly goes to one Landry Shamet, who chipped in with 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists, and managed to knock down 3 3-pointers on 7 attempts, shooting 42.9% from behind the arc. And although the box score may not say much about this man's performance, but it's the details in limited minutes. Jose Alvarado, who continues to give you stellar play in limited minutes, had 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. But his impact when he's in the game, keeping things steady and controlling the offense, will not go unnoticed. And Mr. Swiss Army Knife himself, Josh Hart, who didn't manage to put up any points in this one, still contributed well with 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block, as he continues to thrive in his role, being Mr. Intangible. And we'll give a shout out and an honorable mention to Deuce McBride, who came in and hit a couple of baskets in some key moments in the game. But it will be your Knicks who come out victorious in this one. And what a game it was. A game of nip and tuck and a game of inches, as New York edged out San Antonio by a hair. What a performance as we take a look at the team comparisons. Field goal percentage. San Antonio outshot the Knicks 47.4% to 41.6%, as both teams were quite even. From behind the arc, shooting 37.9% and 39.5% respectively. And the assist column. It's always a good sign when the Knicks can get 25 plus assists a game, as they finish with 29 assists in this one. Battle on the boards was quite even, as the Knicks only edged out San Antonio by 2, 44 to 42. Fast break points, Knicks edged out San Antonio 19 to 11. And the points off turnovers, San Antonio edged the Knicks 17 to 16. But what a competitive game it was. Nip and tuck, back and forth. 2 heavyweights having a slugfest, going at each other. Only one team had to prevail, and it's the New York Knicks going back home to the Mecca with a 2-0 series lead. Will San Antonio be able to recover? They gave it their best effort, but came up short. And if you know Knickerbockerins, now we're going to be calling for the cleanup. That's right, folks. We're going to be calling to break the brooms out, as we're going to be looking to sweep the San Antonio Spurs. But we know they're a good, relentless bunch, and they won't make it that easy. They'll put up a fight tooth and nail. But you can hear it now. Knicks fans in the Garden chanting Knicks in 4. Knicks in 4. Knicks in 4. Will San Antonio be able to surmount the pressure, the immense pressure that they're facing right now, that they're under the fire of the New York Knicks, as Brunson, Cat, and the rest of the gang has it lit right now against the San Antonio Spurs. What an incredible, incredible game. Words can't describe what took place in this one, as the Knicks showed poise, resilience, and resolve. And everybody who said they were playing in a weaker conference, what do you have to say now? For all of those who said the Knicks were the JV team, what do you say now, as they're up 2-0 going back home with a commanding lead? And we'll pick it up for Game 3 at 8:30 p.m. on Monday, June 8th. Be sure to keep it here, folks. Locked in with me, Severe Elder at Knicks on the Call. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support supports this broadcast. And this broadcast is brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, streaming all Knicks games live to YouTube and Twitch TV. And be sure to keep up with me on the socials at Knicks on the Call on Instagram. Be sure to give me a follow there, like those videos, and share the content. Tell your friends, tell your family to tune in. If you can't catch the game on TV, you can hear it right here live in stunning detail, giving you play-by-play descriptions of every moment in Knicks basketball lore. As that'll do it. And the Knicks wrap it up 105-104 here at Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. If you're looking for post-game New York Knicks post-game, as that'll do it for me, folks. Until next time.